Girlfriend's mom tried to cover her affair and said she was at grandpa's all night, but I knew truth. To try and make a long story short, my girlfriend, who I thought was the one, told me last week that she was going to her grandpa's to spend some time with him. The next night, after she told me she was going to go to bed soon, she ended up suddenly stopping communication with me. I checked her location on my phone about an hour after she left me on rslash stopped responding, and she was 30 minutes away, where she was at when she said she was at her grandpa's. She ended up being there all night, and the next day she came to my house and I asked her what she was doing last night. I was actually not concerned about her cheating still at this point, I thought it was something else. Basically, she lied her butt off about what she was doing and even had her mom text her a fake cover-up story. I knew it was all lies and was telling her why it didn't add up, and she eventually walked out and left, and broke up with me over text on her drive home. She ended up telling me some of the details later, saying she wasn't at her grandpa's the day before, she was at a friend's, let's call him Bob. The next night, when I realized something weird was going on, she admitted to sleeping over at Bob's and getting wasted. She swore up and down she didn't cheat, but her saying she didn't cheat was the only evidence in support of her at this point. She ended up blocking me, and since then I found out a lot more. Mainly, this Bob guy isn't actually who she was with. I don't know who it was, but it wasn't Bob, and in the days following our breakup she was still staying over at this guy's house. The other morning she unblocked me, and said she wanted to text next week to talk, since she knows I really want to, and I said that would be good. I tried to text her 3 days later to tell her I'd be in town if she wanted to talk in person, we're semi-long distance. But she blocked me again, I assume after my initial text to her. I'm hoping we can talk next week, but I just feel terrible right now. She lied and continues to lie about what happened, but says she didn't cheat. Then she blocked me, and just completely left me wondering. It hurts immensely because our relationship was going really well until this happened. In the days prior, we had an amazing time together, and were practically inseparable. It was one day after we were last together that this all started. The situation I'm finding myself in is that I want to know so badly what happened, and I want to talk to her. I still want to be with her, and I feel like we could make this work if she was just willing to talk with me. The thing is, I don't know if I should be trying to move on from her or wait on her. I'm in limbo. I just can't stop thinking about her, and how badly I love her, and how much I want to be with her. We have reached the end of the story. Let's listen to some of the comments by our Reddit listeners. Comment 1. Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, you are ahead of this situation. The energy is on your court at the moment. She said she's wanting to text you next week or something. Just block her off, gray rock her. She's stuck in a hard rock place, trying hard not to hurt you and trying hard to hide her immoral actions. This is called cognitive dissonance. I know it hurts inside of her and destroys her softly. It's so much better if you show her you don't give a duck and moved on and let her be. She'd realize she screwed up big and might even want you back. But don't take the bait. Comment 2. How old are she and you? How long are you together, split close and from distance? And finally, why do you think that she's the one? OP reply. She's 19, I'm 20, and we've been together for a little over a year. We go to separate schools about 200 miles apart. Whenever I would visit her for a weekend, once or twice a month, I would only see her all day Saturday and half of Sunday. We live in the same town 15 minutes away though, so when I came down for longer periods of time, like summer, Thanksgiving and Christmas, we were together a lot. I thought she was the one because she was my first true love, and I had always been very picky about relationships. One day me and her just happened to cross paths, and we connected instantly. I thought she was honestly the perfect one for me. Our short-term and future goals aligned, I was always happy around her, and for once I felt comfortable enough to open up to someone, which is a big deal to me. Comment 3. Dude, dating is a test drive for marriage, and she has failed spectacularly. You won't get any truths from her, just BS and excuses and lies. Move on. She won't change. Sorry you're dealing with this though, dude. Truly sucks and I wouldn't wish it on anyone. Cheating fiancé went out with random dude and said don't worry, but I pulled out all truth. Let me give you the summarized history, so strap in. We met online and have been LDR since 2017, 5,000 miles apart. We have been flying into each other on alternates, and were doing this before COVID happened. We made sure we are communicating and aware of what each other is doing most times. It's how we cope with the distance. Before COVID happened, we did a bunch of trips, and never had the chance due to lockdown for almost 2 years. Whenever we meet, we do what normal couples do physically, sexually, all of it. As far as I know, it was as real as it gets. Knowing everything about her, from her favorite red nail polish to her favorite Starbucks drink, double chocolatey chip creme frappuccino. So we established that the key to making it work is 1. Communication 1. Honesty 1. Trust my issues, ** I have trust issues that she is aware of. Jealousy etc. Afraid of losing her. * insecurity, I do not like how I look. She still loved me anyway. * in the middle of job/career planning/transition. My issues are fixed over the course of the relationship, my trust issues are existent, but really toned down as I do not want to lose her, and I was willing to change. My insecurity is still there, but I am living with it or trying to better myself. I am looking for a better career or planning on moving to her. I was willing to do anything. And all I want for her is her devotion and attention. This is a long distance after all, it's all I got when we aren't meeting. Her issues, * she is struggling with low energy, depression related, and would sleep a lot. * she is adamant on making friends, specifically guy friends, as she doesn't like girl friends. As she doesn't have friends other than her brothers. * she cares a lot about how people see her. * she doesn't want to move away so we can be together, she wants me to move to her. * she just got a new job and it's taking up all her time. I honestly can't speak for her, but this is what comes up whenever we speak of our issues. She has to deal with 2 jobs and a long-distance boyfriend that also has issues. 2020, things are fine/stable, until near the end of the year. We had plans and we were preparing for it. COVID is stopping one of the few things that would keep us working. She found a job, I was so happy for her to start living a normal life. We were getting ready when the lockdown ended to book flights, she will visit, and we have some plans. She met this guy in a game or while she was streaming. We have fights because she is still looking for a guy friend. Jealousy accusations came up, she said the guy was mentally unstable anyway, and he needs a friend. He lives in the UK just like her. They are playing a game that he is good at. She probably pursued the conversation with him. I was paranoid about this, but I fixed myself to let the friendship happen for her sake, despite my insecurities and all of that. 2021, when I messaged the guy so I could get his greeting for a surprise birthday gift for her, she was a little annoyed that I messaged him. I brushed it off. She started being distant. She said working a day job and working at her family restaurant is taxing on her, and she wouldn't be able to talk to me as much. I said okay, weekends can work, right? She said she will try. She doesn't text or let me know how she is even weeks on end. Communication is gone. I checked up on her and all I get is an annoyed reply that I am being jealous again, and all of this seems to be my fault. She feels she needs space now. She feels we are not working out, we are contemplating a breakup. I asked her if there was someone else, she said no. We kept it up for a bit, and I was holding my feelings off for her. She maintains little to no communication. 2021 July, she broke it off because she thinks I was hurting, so I accepted it. Since she barely has time for me to even reply to my messages, communication. Not thinking that it could be something else. I gave her space, it has been almost 4 months since then. I was moving on. I was focusing on myself. I got no words from her ever since. I heard from her best friend that she has been crying to her mom, etc. I wanted to be there for her, but I am giving her space. I was still hopeful that the almost 4 years was something she was holding on to. We were great and I was willing to lose everything just to be with her. One day, I looked into an Instagram of the person she is following, same name as the guy she was just being friends with, or not my type, he is not Asian, not to worry about. Just likes to play Valor. Story that has hearts on it. Checked what he is up to, as me and my ex were talking about his mental issues before, as he is still recovering from a breakup. I see a picture of a church. The same church where my ex lives. I thought maybe not, there are not a lot of churches like that in the UK. Then I kept clicking. A picture of a hand holding a double chocolatey chip creme frappuccino. With her favorite nail polish, red. It was her thumb. Keep clicking. She is in a bar, and he is taking a picture of her from a distance. Keep clicking. It was her. She is now dating this guy she told me not to worry about. Stemming as far as 15 weeks. That would have been almost 2 months of the breakup. I shouldn't have kept clicking. Did she cheat? I know it doesn't matter now. I have issues, but there is no way someone would just throw away almost 4 years of memories so quickly and move on to another within just 2 months. Crazy fiancé had 3 affairs during our relationship and begged for forgiveness each time. I am a 24-year-old male currently living in Australia. I am originally from a country in South Asia. I met my GF in high school when we were 16 and started dating soon after. Our 8-year anniversary is next month. We both moved to Australia together after school when we were 18. We were always the perfect couple. Very much in love. No issues or anything, and I was always the perfect boyfriend and she was the perfect girlfriend. Due to cultural reasons, we didn't actually live together at first when we came to Australia. She lived with her cousin, and I lived with one of my uncles. She later moved into a house with some of her friends, and after that I would spend some nights with her and some nights with my uncle. But now we moved in together and have been living together for over a year. When we got here, she initially got a job in a restaurant. After a few weeks I noticed she was quite close to the manager. B would always drop her, they often text and hang out outside of work even. I was a bit uneasy about this at first, but didn't make a big deal of it. Eventually I got upset by their closeness and asked her to keep away from him. It seemed like she did, and then for some other reason he had to move away from here. But before he did, he confessed his love to her and everything, but she turned him down. She told me all of this. She also said he once kissed her, but that was it and nothing more happened. This was obviously a stressful time for both of us, but I love her so this wasn't an issue for me. After this she went on a holiday for 2 months, while I stayed here. When she got back everything seemed perfect again. About a year later, I noticed that she often gets texts from one guy. This is a different guy, not the manager. She told me it was just a guy she works with. I reminded her what happened before with the manager and just told her to be careful. But I didn't make a big deal out of it because I trust her and she is smart enough to understand what a guy's intentions are. A few months later, I noticed that she was still talking to him and also hanging out with him. Movies, dinners, etc. At this point I told her to stop talking to him because I was feeling uncomfortable with it. But she still kept talking to him and seeing him. Sometimes I would block his number on her phone, but she always unblocked him and kept in contact. She then started deleting her texts and lying that she was going out with friends when she would go see him. Some texts that I saw were like him saying he loves her, asking her what she's wearing and asking for pictures even. I keep regularly telling her to stop seeing him, and one day she says that she has been regularly seeing him for some time now, and they had even slept together. I don't know why she admitted this. But I told her that I love her and whatever happened is okay. I just want her to stop seeing him and everything will be okay. That was almost 3 years ago. She is still seeing him regularly. She lies when she goes to see him, but I've caught her a few times. I don't bother blocking his number, I don't even check her phone much now. We moved in together last year. It was her idea and I was happy with it. But even after we started living together, she is still seeing him. Maybe a bit less often because I am in the house. But she still is seeing him. It's been 3 years. I've made it clear that I love her, and I can't live without her. I don't care about what she has done, all she has to do is stop seeing him. Other than this, we are a regular couple. Maybe we just fight a bit more than other couples would, but I guess that's mostly because of her seeing him. My question is this: why won't she stop seeing him? Is she in love with him? Then why hasn't she left me for him? Does she not love me anymore? Then why did she ask to move in together? I don't know. I prefer not to think about this matter. I feel if I ignore it, eventually they'll get bored and stop. What I also don't understand is why haven't I broken up with her yet? Why do I feel so attached and in love? Even after she cheated on me, we have reached the end of the story. Let's listen to some of the comments by our Reddit listeners. Comment 1. She's a serial cheater and cake eater. She knows you won't do anything to stop her. You've proven that by rug sweeping the issue. She has the best of both worlds, you for security and a side guy for fun. Why would she stop? You want her to stop, make it real by kicking her out and going NC. If she loves you, she will find her way back. If not, you have your answer, and you can begin healing. Personally, I don't know why you want to be with someone who disrespects you and hurts you all the time. I would look for someone who loves only you. Comment 2. Even though she has another man on the side, when with you, do you feel love and affection from her? Do you have good sex with her? Does she enjoy being with you? Do you ever have fun together? If the answers are yes and you want to stay with her, you'll have to accept having a poly relationship with her. She's not going to stop with the other guys, that's obvious. Personally, I couldn't accept or live with that, but many people do. As others have said, she may be just using you. But if you want to stay with her, you're going to have to accept her having sex/relationship with other men. Can you do that?